Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to talk about the Transcendence course and the Awakened Heroes, so the priority list in my opinion what should be the followed, but you're obviously free to do as you please because most of this is pretty flexible. So to start off we have the tier that's called Auto X Heroes, so these heroes right here are basically Auto X at 9 stars, so once you upgrade them to 9 stars their X synergy will be automatically upgraded to B plus 2. No, this does not require you to do them in the seasonal or anything similar. So basically anytime you get them to 9 stars, this synergy right here will automatically unlock. Therefore, you don't have to waste any kind of transcendence scores on them. As you can see, they don't even have the tab for it, unlike the other heroes that do, such as here. So I do have to spend the transcendence scores for Ra as example, but I do not have to do that for someone like Asmodeus, for example. So these heroes right here, anytime you 9-star them, they will forever give your team a +2 effect, so you don't have to worry about them. Then going up, we have the always a priority, so these are the Fate heroes. Obviously, they're going to be the highest priority because you do want them, because you use them in every single game mode, you use them in every single PvE battle, every single PvP battle, and you also use them pretty much regularly in any kind of Abyss Crusade that is going on or any Calamity Week. So it's pretty much just logical to get them to Transcendence and gain that additional bonus, so you can use them as a +2 synergy in those modes. Then we have a not worthy tier, so this tier, in my opinion, these are the heroes that are not worthy to Transcend. Although arguably Mulan could be usable, you can arguably make use for any of these heroes, but the issue with them is these heroes are pretty outdated and they're pretty bad right now. They're pretty good for the World Arena or tournaments, and you can find the most use of these heroes right there, especially if they're transcended. But if they're not, it's really hard to fit them, it's really hard to use them, and generally is not recommended to either upgrade them or transcend them. Dahlia, though, I could argue is still one of those heroes that you can find use of, especially in the Crusades recently, so Dahlia is pretty solid pick, but she's a Doomsdayer, and Doomsdayer synergy is pretty bad in my opinion, because at 7 stars to 9 stars, or rather not stars, but synergy mark, it's absolutely the same. The percentage stays 50% on all of these effects, so whether it's 9 synergy or 7 synergy, the difference is absolutely minimal in the seasonal content. In non-seasonal such as Arena or Yggdrasil, this does make some slight difference, but in seasonal PvP this is literally zero difference, so difference between 7 Dooms and 9 Dooms is really minimal. The same could be said for Mystifers and majority of those synergies. The only synergies I actually do like is pretty much Ethereals. Ethereals do make a bit of a difference, especially at 9, so their effect is really good. Same could be said for the Glorians, but the Glorians you don't use for the pure synergy, but you use them for the mixing in other synergies, so that's why Glorians have some slight more value in terms of synergy, because just fitting 2 Glorians, if you transcend them, you will have the 4 Glorians passive immunity to the CC, so you're basically bringing CC immunity to any team with just 2 Glorians, which is honestly quite easy to fit. So Bahamut could be used for that, but overall as a hero she's not worthy. Maybe I should put her in here because the synergy is really worth it, so I will actually move her in this tier above, but it's pretty much the same logic. So then we have Elisha. As I said, Ethereals are probably the best faction synergy to go mono for, so I do think Elisha is worthy as a hero, plus for the synergy, so Elisha as hero is really strong, and the synergy is as well. Wuzetian, as I said, the Glorian's CC immunity effect is great. If you pair Wuzetian and Bahamut in a one team, you get 4 Glorians, which is CC immunity for your other teammates, so it's a really strong effect. Aphrodite, I'm not sure if she's synergy worthy, but she's really good, and 6-7 Avengers is really strong. 9 Avengers not so much, because they don't really gain additional revives as far as I know, so it's only additional stats. But yeah, overall it's pretty solid, and at the start of each round increase the allies team's HP and defense by 100%. So this goes up by 25% at the so it's basically double the value, so it's pretty good actually. At 9 you basically double your scaling. So yeah, overall I would say Aphrodite is worth it. I did get her X of my own. I do like her, and I do suspect she will be one of the stronger heroes once Isis gets the X package. Unfortunately, as of right now she did, but I suspect it will be next season when Isis will be able to be transcended, so I will have both Isis and Aphrodite. 2 Avengers, giving me 4 Avengers passive is really going to be amazing for the teams I want to build around those 2. Then we have Hades and 7 Valiantors. Up to 9 Valiantors is really strong. It's really OP, especially if you use that Knight and Everhand Diana. It's really strong, especially this fact that increases the 2000% physical damage for them. It's really strong. So overall, I do think Hades is worth it, but it's pretty optional again. Most of these are really optional, so just my suggestions. Hero worthy tier is just heroes that are super strong but are not good in their synergy. But I could argue that Gaia could be right here, but the issue is Asmodeus is recently released and Asmodeus is auto-exed, and she also replaces Gaia, so there's actually no need to transcend Gaia right now because she's unfortunately replaced by the Asmodeus, so I'm going to do this real quick. Then we have Leviathan, the most broken hero for a while because she only has one counter, which is herself, but she has been meta carry for so long and she's actually worth it to transcend, even though Dooms are not worth to transcend, or rather, as I said, move to the 9 tier. They're pretty good on the 7th tier as well, so overall worth it. And for the Cleopatra, it's only worth it for the old players that still use her in the PvP like myself, but other than that, she's not really mandatory to evolve. It's just that if you want that flexibility. For the synergy worthy, it's just the synergies that are worth it, so Mystifers and Ethereals in my opinion. And yeah, that's it. Just a short update on Transcendence course. So if I were to start over, I would first get Lucifer, followed by Hela, followed by Victoria, then start on Elisha, and then consider the rest. Arguably you could go for Leviathan. So this is not like a tier list, but it's just an opinion list of mine. If I am playing 4 Glorians, 5 Ethereals or 6 Ethereals, I would definitely get Wu Zetian. She's one of those main heroes for the Ethereals back in the days, and she's pretty flexible, so a Phantom Illusion and protection from her is always good because she's also the fastest hero in the game, or at least was until a while ago. But yeah, overall can't go wrong with either of these heroes. So yeah, that's it. The next season heroes will probably have Isis, which is going to be suggested for the hero worthy plus synergy worthy in my opinion. And as for the others, I'm not sure, but it's probably going to be Shang, which is just synergy worded, but not really hero worded. And then perhaps Pandora, which could be synergy plus hero worthy, but I will have to think about that. But as of right now, this is just my suggestion, so it's pretty not punishable that much. I have transcended both Arthur and both Bahamut, and I'm still playing good. I'm still not struggling a lot. So as long as you get your fates done and these meta heroes, then you're pretty much safe to do anyone you want, really. So it's just a thing I consider to be for fun made, for strategy made, and not something to be followed. So yeah, my suggestions, but you can do as you want. So thank you for watching and see you guys in the next one.